Girl. Oh, hey.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Sorry for being tardy to the party.
I know. So y'all know we usually only review. If y'all go back on our page, if you're a new viewer, we only review Married at First Sight. We've been reviewing it for a few seasons. And we started at Married at First Sight DC. So we live in the DMV. I'm from PG County, and Michelle lives in the DMV as well. And
Mhm.
so we were like, okay, there's this show, Love and Marriage DC, and we're going to review it.
Let's do it.
So both of us watched Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yes.
And
And
I really
actually,
enjoyed it.
we tried to do reviews on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We did do a few
Yes.
reviews.
I think
So
we
you go
did.
back,
Yeah,
there
you're
are a few,
right.
but we just weren't consistent with it. And it was hard. I think this one's still gonna be hard to do because it's on Saturday nights. But I think we're just trying a little bit harder. And I think we're very tired of Married at First Sight and how they're doing us on that show. So, like, let's
I know,
freshen.
y'all. Yeah, we got it. I like, the first season of any show is actually pretty realistic. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the first season of Love and Merge DC, and it's giving realistic so far.
It is. It is giving real.
It's real realistic, and that's how the people act that live here.
It's giving
Um,
DC for real.
yes, but it's also given like how Love and Marriage Huntsville when it first started. I
Yeah.
actually like what Carlos has going on. And it's authentic, like real married couples. All of them been married over 10 years on
10
this.
years.
Oh, except for the one that's divorced twice.
But she was probably married for 10 years the first
I'm
time.
sure, yeah, and
Yeah.
she knew Monique from a football wife or
Football.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm like, okay, I like this show, whatever. So we're gonna start reviewing it, hopefully. So yes, let's get started.
Right. And so Monique said, like, I mean, I'm guessing anybody that watches the review, maybe they will know about the show. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll start watching the show because we review it. So let's say this: Monique Samuels from Real Housewives of Potomac is now on this show. And so they've been pushing this show a lot on I think is the network that it plays on. And
Yep.
so they definitely been pushing a lot. I see it on social media. Like it's been a big push for this show. So I do think that they're trying to get the viewership up. And it's a very similar concept obviously to Love and Marriage Huntsville. So
Mhm.
following along three or four, it sounds like four married couples, and their
Mhm.
relationships and, the things that they go through and what, I guess what their lives are like. And so the one thing that I thought was good was that with Monique and Chris Samuels is on Real Housewives of Potomac, it is very much more about the women. But this seems
Yes.
like it's going to be about the marriage, which I do think is interesting on their side.
Mhm.
I do think Monique and Chris have a marriage that they are struggling through and they are trying to figure it out and they
Mhm.
are airing it for us to see. And so I do think it's going to be interesting.
I agree. I
Is
agree.
there anybody on the live from YouTube, by the way?
It's 8 people on the live,
Hey,
y'all. We
y'all.
got a couple of people on the live.
I
Lindsay
can't
Gates
see.
said, "Yay, I watched last night." Yes, girl.
Okay.
We watched today.
But
So
we will
no,
start
so
watching. We'll try to do the reviews more
regularly, right?
regularly. Yeah.
And earlier, right? So my friend is on Twitter, and she said a lot of the cast is like responding on Twitter. They like responding to clearly regular people
Oh,
on
so
Twitter.
India be having Twitter fingers, y'all. So India finna be on Twitter hashtagging
I'm gonna be tagging the cast. Like,
LMDC,
what's the tea? What's the
LMDC,
tea?
LMDC.
Mhm. All right, so let's get started. So it kind of starts where they have Monique as the bridge, of course. So her and Chris are the main couple, kind of how Melody and Martell were on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So they're the little main couple, which I don't really know. I
We gonna get
they
into
probably won't be for long. But they're
no.
the couple that bridge everything together. So it started off with like showing them and showing where she is now from when she left. Well, I don't know if she got kicked off or she left Potomac, Real Housewives
I
of
think they
Potomac.
wanted her. I think she no, she didn't. I don't think she
Yeah,
got
you're
kicked
right.
off.
She
They
just
would have kept her because she
you're
left
right. They would have
right
kept
after that
Monique.
very controversial season. They would have kept her for sure.
And good thing she left because I'm not watching Love and Marriage. Potomac no more. But anywho, so it started off with them or whatever. And I was thinking, Okay, Monique. I like Monique. Like I really did like her on Potomac. She was one of my favorites, but I don't really like nobody on Potomac. But she is a little
What
bit
you mean you don't
annoying.
like nobody on Potomac? First of all, really quick, you love Karen, but anyway, that's
Okay, Karen Huger, that's the grand dame. But and yeah, that's it. No, that's really it. The only one I really
okay.
like.
Fair, fair, fair.
But
Okay, and
Monique
I
is
get
a
it.
little bit annoying, y'all. She was annoying on Potomac, but everybody else was insufferable. So you dealt with Monique because I'd rather take her a regular chick who has a little bit is a little bit annoying. She is kind of annoying.
I literally have that in my notes. She's so annoying. She's very
Just a
annoying.
little bit. If she turned up for TV, I mean, she's extra. I have friends. Everybody
And
has
she's
friends like her. But
but
like,
she's
what?
also the one person on this show that knows what it's like to be on TV. So she
That's
knows
true.
what a reality television show requires. Everybody else is going based on what they think they're going to act like on TV. She knows what she's going to act like on TV.
She's a little bit annoying. I
She's
mean,
very annoying.
you think so?
Very.
And I
So,
mean, this was a solid first episode, but what do you think?
so I think that she is kind of sort of selling her marriage to become more famous. Like she is about to I am so afraid that they're going to be a Melody and Martell. Where like their marriage is not from a infidelity
Without the
standpoint,
babies,
but from their marriage not lasting. Because the one thing we know about reality TV is you do not bring a failing marriage or a marriage that's in trouble on television because it makes it worse.
yeah.
So I'm just like,
Hmm.
why would you do that? Except for the fact that you want to redeem yourself from how you were on Real Housewives of Potomac. So that is a little scary
Yeah,
because, like,
I
how do you
did
start off?
not expect them to be getting into the tea with the marriage till I saw that preview for the
In the
season. I was
first
like,
episode, she was
yeah,
even annoying when they were talking about the therapy and stuff. And I understood her perspective, but she's, like you said, like, she was just digging in, digging in, digging in. She wasn't
did
letting
too
him
much.
talk. It's like she almost
Hmm.
was trying to embarrass him. I mean, I don't want to say that she was trying to embarrass him, but I
She
don't
was
know. It just,
provoking. She was definitely provoking him a little bit. I will
yeah.
say. And Chris, I don't know, because they tried to say on Potomac Chris had anger issues. I ain't never see it from Chris with his
Mm,
anger issues. He seemed a tad bit controlling, but I think he just wasn't used to the dynamics of his marriage changing since she became a star or whatever. You
right.
know what I mean?
Right.
But
Absolutely.
I still think he let her do her thing. Like when I would get on her lives and stuff, she always had friends and family over. Like
They
she
don't.
is always surrounded by people. He is not controlling her. But
No.
oh, Lindsay said the therapy talk about the listing Porch for TV. Yeah, it did.
It
She was
did. And
just
it
pushing it.
almost
You could have just commented and moved on, but she was pushing it too
she was just
much.
trying to make it more than what it is, which is why I feel like she's doing more, knowing what TV like. No, she's trying to give the show something to work with. So she's trying to have all these conversations so that she's
Mhm.
has something for the show. But I also felt like if you really want to have a conversation with somebody, please don't talk about their family negatively and think that you're gonna get a positive response. Because if you say we don't do things like or we could do like your family does, like wait, this is not okay. Your family always brushes stuff under the rug. Like, girl, do you want this man to be mad at you because you're talking about his mama?
And then she talked about his parents' marriage being a friendship, and I
And
was
that
like,
happens, and that's what
happens
they
a
aren't
lot.
even giving friends right now. They don't even look friendly. Like they have no chemistry, and they used to have chemistry when they were on Real Housewives of Potomac. They used to be cute. Like it used to be like he was like into her, attracted to her. It doesn't seem that way anymore.
So maybe Monique is on the show because she need to make sure she has her checks together. So
When
she
when
might have
things
plans to
don't,
leave Chris.
I
That's
don't
a
know,
theory.
but their marriage is not giving stable or strong right now.
I'm hoping she's exaggerating it for TV and they're good. Of course, you know we don't want them to break up. They got a beautiful family. Their kids are bomb. Their house is bomb. Like they look good.
Their
So
kids, I
let's
love
hope.
their family, and I love, like,
Oh yeah, they
honestly,
got the
I was
cutest
gonna
kids.
say they have the cutest. Her daughter is just so darn cute, and her hair, I love it. It didn't dawn on me until middle of the episode that Monique is locking her hair, and she's
It's
adding
not.
locking
She's not
steps.
locking her hair. She locked her part and added the.
So she locked her hair, India.
Yeah, you're right. I was gonna comment on that because I was like, Monique,
At
she
first, I
did it.
thought
She's
she had
been
lock
started up.
extensions, and then I realized when
Oh,
she
like
had
the
the
faux
short
lock.
ones, I was like, she locked her hair and then added hair to it, obviously. But she's locking her hair, which to me is very we just know how.
I noticed that a long time ago.
I
Actually,
don't
I
follow her
follow
on
her.
social
That's why.
media.
Yep.
I don't follow her on social media at all. So
It's
I was
cute.
just I kind of was happy to see Black people being Black on television and not trying to be something that they aren't. And that
Yeah,
goes
that's
for the
true.
whole show. Like
Yeah.
everybody on the show it seems, is being true to themselves. Some are trying hard. We know producers talk to them and figure out what parts of their lives they're going to bring onto the show. So it's gonna get a little messy because they have to show that they are entertaining and that they have something that people are gonna care about. You have to have a storyline, even if it's not made up. You still have to have something that people want to talk about and know about.
And they all, I will say, all the couples brought the heat on the first episode. But they kind of
Yes,
have so many examples. They know that they got to bring something.
they
It
have
has
to.
to start off with a bang. All of them are having marital issues. I mean, every marriage has marital issues, so you can bring something up.
Yes.
Um, so
So you
they
want to
are
talk
all,
about Arena and Jami now?
yeah, we can talk about them. So their Arena is 48 years old, honey,
I
looking
think
32.
that's
Wait, she
cute
older
of
than
you to
that?
say. I think she looks 48, and I think she acts 55.
You think she acts older than she is? I think
So
she's
here's
giving
the
me
thing. I
Karen
don't know.
Grandon.
She does not look 30 nothing. She definitely looks 40. She looks good for her age as a Black person. Like, we're Black. We expect Black people to look good for their age because Black don't crack. But I don't look. There are people that you look at and be like, oh my God, there's no
They
way
look
I can
extra
look
young.
that age.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, she just looks like, yes, a white person is going to be like, you're what? Because they don't look. But Black people are going to be like, yeah, you look about 30, 48. That sounds about right.
When she was like, I'm 38. Just kidding, I'm 48, but I feel 38 or 30, 46, however old she is. Sorry
She's
if you
48.
40.
She said
Oh, you 48.
48.
Okay.
She said they've been married for 26 years.
Yeah, so
So,
I did the math, and that means they got married at 22.
and then their son is 25. I was trying to figure out at first if the son was both of theirs, but later on, definitely it was.
Yeah, little
Um,
Jamie.
and so I was just okay. So here's my thoughts on Jami and Arena. First of all, I told India this, and I don't know if people know this, but I know that they are well known in the DC area for being part of multi-level marketing companies. So she did say that they were entrepreneurs, and she kind of showed a few awards. I don't know if it showed what companies they work for, but so that to me is a thing that you put yourself in a position for if people have a
Mm.
problem with you, and if anybody has like watched the documentaries about the multi-level marketing companies, I'm not going to say schemes or anything, but just a multi-level marketing company usually has people that are dissatisfied with their experience because they put money into
Yeah,
something and don't make money. So I'm very curious about them putting themselves in a position to be for more
critique.
people to see any attacks that are against them, or for people to be able to say, oh, they did me wrong or they did this. Hopefully that's not the case, but it's just a lot of times in multi-level marketing there are times when people felt like they were done wrong. But I also felt like her husband having a nightclub business or promoting business, that's
Mhm.
also a very risky thing to put on television. Like, I just feel like it's very risky to put your business on TV if you're an entrepreneur and people don't know everything that you do, because I just be worried, like, y'all don't think the IRS gonna be watching and seeing what y'all saying y'all do and who y'all.
Well, they do real estate too. I googled them, and they started doing real estate. I think in 2019, investing in real estate.
They took that money that they got from
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, that's how you
money.
do it. Hopefully, they made some good money at the beginning of the pandemic
Mm-hmm.
when it was good, because it's terrible now. But I don't know. I liked her. I feel so bad for her with her son. It seems like they didn't give many details about little Jamie, but clearly
It's gonna come up. It's
he's
gonna come up
addicted to
in the
weed,
yeah
and he got a criminal background. We saw that on the thing.
on the
And I'm like, dang, that, like, we've had this conversation before, like, your parents could come out of poverty or come out of whatever, give you the world, and you still, like, it's just kind of like not enough, especially the first generation kids. It's like 50-50. That first generation
The
were
kids
no
that
longer
wasn't that
impoverished,
was still the kids
and they
that
were just
wasn't
spoiled.
that didn't move out. They didn't get moved out to the suburbs fast enough. They didn't
Yeah,
like they moved
yeah.
to the burbs, but they didn't do it soon enough. So he got caught up with the wrong crowd.
What you think about their marriage? I think they cute. I mean, 26 years, they seem good.
I feel like it's solid, but in the previews, we didn't already know it clear. Well, except for Monique, I don't know about Monique and Chris, but all the other marriages have dealt with infidelity. So I just feel like that just goes to show that people, if you stay married, you're definitely going to deal with some stuff in your marriage, and it may not be, it ain't for everybody, but some people are okay with things in their
I
marriage.
mean, yeah, you're married for 26 years. You got started having kids in your teens and married at 22. Somebody or both
Well, no,
people
she
had
had kids.
children.
She had her son when she was in her 20s too, because he's 25. He's younger. He was.
I thought they had a 30-year-old daughter for some reason. I thought they had
I
three
think the
kids. I
daughter
thought they
is
had.
younger.
Oh, okay,
Not.
no,
I
I
think the
thought so.
daughter is maybe the middle daughter, and then the son that is visually impaired is the one that's I think the youngest.
21. Okay, no, I thought her daughter was 31. Oh, okay.
Oh, if
So,
she is,
I thought so, but I could have been wrong. I was looking at the screen
you could
and
be right.
whatever.
Maybe.
But yeah, so of course I assumed they dealt with infidelity, and he's claiming he's a promoter. I've never been to any of events, but clearly they're older than us. I know promoters like around here that's like
Yeah, I've never
our
seen
age or
that.
whatever, but
Which makes
yeah.
me wonder if they made him a promoter for the show. I'm telling you, sometimes they
I
got.
don't know. Cause I feel like Ashley really know. I feel like the DJ Quicksilver. You think they don't really know them, and they just saying they know them from around the town? That's true. It's reality TV. So do y'all think that what's it no Big JJ Big James is really a DJ, or y'all think like I mean really
Cause
a
they just
promoter
giving
or?
hood rich, which is cool, but they giving hood rich. Like they was at the little, used car shop, and they're just giving.
Because her mama said, I'm not paying for you for no car to be committing crimes in no car. So I'm going to come with you, and I might slide you a little bit for the down
It
payment.
was a scene. He didn't even buy a car,
No,
child.
he did. He wanted that accurate. Let me say, I'm loving the accents on Love and Marriage DC. I feel
And people,
seen. I feel heard. And I'm like, yes. Besides, actually, she got that strong Baltimore accent. I can't stand
well,
Baltimore
I was
accent.
gonna say, is Quicksilver from Baltimore too? Because I think they both
I
are.
think so.
I
He
think
sounds
so.
like it. He got to
Well,
be.
she definitely, you can tell she worked on her accent. So she doesn't say her use the way that a lot of native Baltimoreans do. But okay, wait, really quick. I think it's funny because we talk so bad. We didn't talk bad about Huntsville's accents, but we talk bad about the verb
It
noun
was a
agreement.
subject
It's the
verb agreement.
subject
It
verb.
wasn't given. Like they didn't do the plurals
The
correctly.
plurals are never applied correctly.
Yeah.
But I feel like people are going to talk about DC accents.
And you're just used to it because you've been living here for so long.
Oh, but it still feels a little bit like nails on the chalkboard sometimes.
Dang.
It does.
Well, I feel like dang. This is how it feels when people have reality shows in their city. People sound like you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they really sound like me.
Yes,
It
you
sounds
feel
like you're
like you
walking down
said.
the street.
You feel seen. You feel heard.
Yes, I'm like representation matters, y'all. It matters. I'm like, okay, and I want to know where they all live at. Like, do anybody live in PG? I feel like James and is
Yes,
her name Arena?
Jami and Arena live in PG.
I feel like they live in PG. They gotta live in PG. They don't
They
live
do,
in DC. Yeah.
and
And
I
her
think
decor for her house
Quicksilver
was so gaudy, bro.
whose was.
The decor in Arena's house when she's showing her mom cooking and stuff, like
Oh
they
yes,
had
yes, yes.
showed the.
I was trying to
I was
picture
like,
it.
it was that gray purple, that color scheme that's popular now. I was like, oh my god. So she probably bought some extra pieces before the show started taping because how I am, they coming up in my house. My house about to be laid. I'm about to get an interior designer,
Yeah.
like and act like. So I was like, yeah, she extra. But I ain't gonna lie, I like how she dresses. It's like Karen for me. Like I feel like it's very age appropriate. She don't look like an old lady. She clearly keeps her body's nice. She's in shape. Like she looks good for her age. And we don't know enough about their marriage to determine if the marriage is
I
good.
do
But
think
they
they're being true to
they seem
themselves, right?
solid. Yeah,
No,
they
I
seem
don't think that
solid.
they like leveled up for TV. I think this is definitely
No.
who they are.
Mhm.
I think this is who
Mhm.
they are. Now Quicksilver and Ashley are a different story. They are.
What you mean? I love Ashley.
No, I like her, but there are different stories, and I do think Quicksilver is like very aware. Like he's trying to use this to make himself more popular.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the way he talk about himself, and it's just like, but nobody know. We do know you. I'm
We
not
know
gonna
him
lie
because
that
I
like
hear
I
him on
don't
the
know.
radio.
I do
Yeah,
know he was on. He is, I think, still on
he is.
like the most popular radio station in the DC area. Like he's very much well known in locally. He is a local celebrity.
He is.
That's
And he
his.
got. I know he got that club in Baltimore or whatever. Um, I know him from when I don't know if y'all heard this, but he had went viral when remember that girl that was on the radio with him and his wife called in and cussed him out. Ashley called in and cussed
Yes.
DJ Quicksilver out. That was so funny. That's when I first knew who she was and him. Like I didn't really know like they aren't the people that were on the radio when I came up. So I mean Quicksilver wasn't, so I didn't know him. So I do remember him from the radio and getting cussed out by his wife, Ashley. So it is cute to see them on TV.
But
They
what
are
did they get
definitely
cussed out for?
because the girl that was his co-host, Danny or whatever, he basically had called some girl that was trying to be her
That
nanny or something. It went viral, like it was on all the major
I remember. Yes, because I
blogs, and
still
I was like,
yes.
"Not DC going viral for his wife calling in and cussing him out."
They
Like, why
got
would you do
pulled
that
off.
to her?
They got pulled off the show for
For
that.
like 2 weeks or a week or something. Yeah, while they
The show
investigated.
got canceled. Danielle left
Yeah,
the
it was
show.
crazy. Just
It
because
was
he invited some girl, oh, he was on a morning show, y'all. He invited basically a girl that was talking negatively about his co-host. Apparently, it was an act. He says it was an act. It was all planned. That was
they claimed that everybody knew what was happening, but
even
she
her.
claimed that the girl
She
Danielle, the
didn't know.
radio personality Danielle, acted like she did not know, and she was ambushed
Yeah, and
by.
quick, and Ashley called in the radio, y'all, and cussed him out. And I was like, yeah, that's how your wife's supposed to do when you're dead wrong. And
Yeah,
then so it went viral a little bit. Like it was on like the Shade Room and stuff. It was a few years back, probably 4 years
it was
back at this
before
point.
COVID. I used to listen
Yeah,
to the radio before COVID. I used to actually wake up to the radio. So that's how I heard it. I heard it, and what? Yes, India, you were like jogging my memory. What happened was they had talked about it on air that she was
looking for a
interviewing
nanny or something.
nannies. She was interviewing nannies, and she decided that she was not going to have this nanny because she did not want an attractive nanny for her because she was in a new relationship and she had had problems in her previous marriage. And so she
Yeah.
was like, I'm not doing no cute young 24-year-old perky boob nanny. And
Mhm.
this one girl was that. And so they ended up bringing the girl to the radio station and having the confrontation in person. Like, how did you feel? The girl found out about it and was like, that was messed up. And they reached out to her and brought her on the show, and it was confrontation. And it was
It blew
crazy.
up, y'all, and that was the craziest thing. Everybody was judging DJ
And we
Quicksilver.
couldn't tell
Like,
if it was real or fake. And everybody
no.
had a different story.
Yes, it was crazy. So I remember that was my first introduction to him as like I mean I heard him, but I you know what I mean. Then I saw about this club he bought or whatever in Baltimore, whatever.
He lost his show
Yeah.
because they were owned by Radio One.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Well, I liked Ashley from then on. So I was like, oh, okay, you going at your husband live on the radio because he dead wrong. And then I ain't know nothing about it. I don't follow her or anything,
Mm-mm.
but I do follow someone who's like close friends with her. So I'd be seeing her like sometimes or whatever. But I think I realized she was a stay-at-home mom and did a podcast and stuff like that. I probably heard one of her podcasts as well. But yeah, as far as the show goes, I like Ashley.
So you like her. I like her, but
I
I
like
don't
her.
like
I think this
people
is
that are
how she is
on
for real.
purpose.
That's the crazy part.
You said what?
I think this is how she is for real. Like I do not
I
think she's
know,
turned up for TV.
I don't like people that are mean on purpose though. Like that
Who
is
she was mean to?
she's going to end up being mean. She was
Oh, from
self-proclaimed
the
a nice
preview.
bitch. Like, huh? The
Yeah,
sweetest. She said she's the sweetest
that's
bitch.
true. So we gotta see. We gotta see. I like her so far though. Like we need somebody that's gonna be. I mean, it's TV, y'all.
Spicy.
So
Yeah.
it gotta be somebody spicy. So she might as well be cute and
And true
have a
to
solid
herself.
marriage. Actually
Yeah.
married. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
and the kids are cute. They seem pretty solid. Her and Quick.
They do seem solid. I was gonna say that I think she is definitely better than him, like on this show. Like she's more entertaining. Like he's kind of annoying too, honestly. He and Monique are probably the most annoying ones to me.
You think so?
Quicksilver, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say, so there's one other person on the show, Winter, and she's not she's married, but she's separated or whatever, or like estranged from her husband. And it sounds like she had a very quick marriage, but it Ashley is going to be shady to her. Based on the previews, it sounds like Ashley.
Yeah.
So that's what, yeah. Now that woman, I don't know if she was supposed to be on the show, and then by the time they started taping, her and her husband wasn't together,
I'm sure.
so they kept her.
Her husband is 60. He's still coming on the show, and she don't want him around. Yes. So that's gonna be very interesting. That's giving Melody and Martell, honey.
It's giving a good reality show, honestly.
It is.
I think they're gonna have. Yeah.
But why are they calling him a scammer now?
That's why we can't wait to hear more. And that's why I'm just like, is anybody, I don't know. But she...
So, I am excited for this. I'm not going to lie. This was a pretty good first episode. I'm excited.
So, did we miss anything? Because, I mean, yes, the Winter Girl, she was talking about how she was married. Her first husband cheated on her, had 2 kids on her. And he was a football player, and he knew Chris. But
she got 4 kids. They have 4 kids, I'm assuming, with her first husband, because she just got married to the second one. And then she shaved her head. I was not feeling... I don't know who her first husband was. Somebody said, do y'all know? I'm going to have to look that up. I should have looked that up to see how much money she got in the divorce or whatever. But
Winter Williams. Is her name?
Her name is Winter something.
Yeah, it's Winter Williams. Her first husband is... I'm finding it. It's coming up. Oh, no. He does not look familiar.
Oh, okay. And Michelle, you know sports, so if he was a big name, you would at least know who he was.
So the pictures are showing her current husband, Kevin Williams.
Oh, so Williams might, well, shoot, that could be her first married name too, but that might be her current.
Does have 4. Winter Harris is her previous.
Winter Harris, okay.
And her husband... Oh God, it's taking a minute for me to find it.
Y'all, she shaked her head, and it wasn't giving. I ain't like that hairstyle.
It's not, yeah.
I don't really like the shaved head with the long hair. Like I like the shaved sides with the natural or the shave with some braids. I don't really like the full shave with the.
It looked like skin to her head. Once it grew out a little bit, it looked even a little bit better. Like a few more days later taping, I felt like it looked a little bit better, but.
But yeah, we don't know nothing about her besides that she's about to get into it. Seems like with Arena and Ashley. Monique seemed like she probably gonna stay out the BS with everybody. But y'all, if y'all have not watched this show, if y'all are watching us because you're a MAFS fan and y'all are used to watching our lives and stuff, watch Love and Marriage DC.
Why not?
I think it's not bad. I would not steer you wrong. Like, it's not bad. It's a good new show to get on, so you don't have to catch up.
Yes.
And like, yeah, it's DC, so support.
I know. Well, that's the part that I think does make it fun. Like, I'm always like, "Ooh, where are they at? What little restaurant?"
I know they were at Air or something. I think they own that club because she did Arena did a party the other night for a viewing party. I guess last night. Yeah, there, and then that's where they were for their parties. I don't know. Maybe they, a joint owner.
Maybe that's like one of their.
Yeah, that seemed like it. But I was like, let me look that up because I ain't never been there.
So Winter Williams' ex-husband is Stephen Harris, and he was not a big star. He did play for the Redskins. Obviously, he played with Chris Samuels' husband, but he was a wide receiver. He was undrafted free agent, but he played college in Arkansas. So he was just, yeah.
I ain't mad at you, child. Somebody said the first episode was intriguing enough for me to come back for 2. Exactly, y'all. So just watch it and see how y'all like it.
Agreed. I think the first episode kept my attention. Like I wasn't even like really getting bored or nothing. Like I was watching it.
Yeah, same for sure. It was pretty good.
Okay, so this might be our next show because Married at First Sight, y'all. We don't know about that for next season.
Y'all, Married at First Sight is stressing us out, so we was like, we need to review other stuff. I want to do this couples retreat show too, because I like the couples on there. I like some of the couples on there, I'm not going to lie, but that comes
Okay.
on Mondays.
So when it comes to couples retreat, my concern is that John Sally and then the actress from Baby Boy, I can't think of her name, like, are they relationship experts though? Or they're just hosts?
What
I mean,
are the relationship experts for math ain't relationship experts.
I know, but okay, we just need more information. Now, I do like John Sally. He is a very entertaining person. Like, I feel like after his basketball career, he's been on a lot of stuff as like a host. He did Basketball Wives hosting a lot of times, so he is pretty good as a host. So we'll see, but it's a lot of stuff coming back. Shoot, Basketball Wives LA is back. I'm not watching it. It's
No,
recorded.
hell no, I'm not watching that. I can't. But yeah, thank y'all for watching our review. We will try to do this again next
week, next Sunday.
Next Sunday, because this show come on too late. It come on at 10. If it came on at 9, we could possibly do it right after, but 10 is kind of pushing it, like, you know, on a Saturday anyway. But anyways, yes, thank y'all for watching. Like I said, if you haven't watched the show and you're just here because you like us, watch Love and Marriage DC. It comes on OWN network. And if you are new to us because you just were Googling who's reviewing Love and Marriage DC, welcome. We'll keep reviewing and watch some of our old videos. And thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
Bye.